Well, hello enemies and book lovers, my name is Ash. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be a bit impulsive today. You know what? I've already been impulsive. I already cut my own hair today. Like, really? It's 9 p.m. right now. And I cut my own hair after my shower. You know what? It feels good. I cut off 5 inches of it. It might not be noticeable, but it used to be like at my tailbone and now it's in the middle of my back. Which is also the reason why I'm going to be filming this video as my romance raffle. I wasn't supposed to do this because I wasn't supposed to start a new series, but I just really want to read a romance right now. And I just want to read a different romance, like something that I haven't really tried before. So I'm going to do my romance raffle. And if you don't know what this is, it's when I pick out one of these 303 romance books from KU and pick one at random. And yes, there are 303. I think last time I checked, there was like 270 something or 80 something. So I've already increased this by a decent amount. So that's not great, not ideal, but it's okay. You know, it's not a problem. We're just gonna ignore it like everything else in the world and just kind of like forget about it right now, at least for the moment. These are from KU. I don't own any of the books. There's no obligation for me to actually get to them or read them or even like them, so no pressure on my end. So I'm just gonna enjoy what I read and hopefully I'll like it, and if I don't, then no big deal. If you haven't watched a video from this before, no problem. All I'm gonna be doing is reading through these and hoping I enjoy at least one of them. There are 3 different types of categories. There is the blue one, which is wide shoes, so usually one female love interest and multiple male love interests. There are the pink ones, which is a monogamous relationship between usually a man and a woman. And then we have purple, which is LGBTQIA plus characters. So yes, there are 303. I'm just really in the mood to read. I'm hoping I can read some tonight. So hopefully I can get some of this done and then go right into reading this right away. So let's get our first one. I don't know if I have any preferences. I think I might prefer a kind of like a monogamous, like just 2 people, because I don't really know if I want to wide choose right now. I'm in the middle of like 2 wide chooses and I don't really want to start a new one. So we'll see. I'll show it to you first and I'll just pick one out. This one feels good. Oh no. Okay, we got blue, which is a wide choose. This is number 584. I like the number. 584 is a nice number, but I don't really know if I want to wide choose right now. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna give it a shot. I don't want to cheat, so we're just gonna try it. Maybe I'll like it. I don't know. These are also the recycled ones, which are like the ones you're supposed to toss out, but I don't want to toss them out in the garbage. I kind of want to use them because I don't want to waste paper. So I just use the ones that are the recyclable ones. So just ignore the recycle symbol. Let me show you first and then I dropped it. Oopsies, my bad. Let me show you first and then I will look it up and see what this book is about. So let me show you and see what it is. This is by Caitlin Taylor and this is Deceit. Very simple name. Let's look it up. Oh dear, this looks like it might be a dark romance. We're gonna see. Right off the bat, this looks like a dark romance, which is, I'm nervous. This is the first book in the Gallows Hill series. There are 3 books, it's a trilogy. This came out in September of 2024, so it's not that old. It's only a year old as of right now, which isn't too bad. This is 370 pages, which is a reasonable amount of pages, which is also a good thing. And again, it's only 3 books. So not horrible, although still I'm a little bit nervous because it looks like a dark romance. The cover gives that dark romance vibe. Okay, let me read it dramatically. I wasn't sure what to expect when arriving in Salem. Forced to marry a man I've never met, attend a private university I never heard of, and the whispers of rumored secret society filling the halls. This life would never be unbearable with my insufferable fiancé if it wasn't for his uncle, his best friend, and his enemy. Not another uncle. Let me just keep going. When none of them were willing to let me go, it sends us down a path I'm not sure any of us will survive. The life I was promised is distorted behind smoke and mirrors, the truth cloaked by deceit. Okay, so our main character was forced to marry someone that she didn't want to marry. So clearly, I don't think she likes the fiance, obviously. She was forced to be with him and she doesn't want to be, but he has a uncle, his best friend, the fiance's best friend, and then the fiance's enemy. Okay, you know what? Okay, it's all right because it's a fiance's uncle. It's not hers. Okay, I think I'm having a little bit of like a response at the idea of an uncle being in a book again. It's only 370 pages, but there are 3 books in the entire trilogy. There's Deceit, Descent, and Demise. All right, this has a potential chance to be good, and I'm kind of excited about this. I feel like I really need this right now. So you know what? I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna go into it and try it and see if I like it because I'm kind of interested. But let me go and read Deceit and see how I feel about it. Hi, time for some morning updates. Sounds like I'm on a news channel. I read 50 pages of Deceit by Caitlin Taylor, and 50 pages isn't really enough to give too much of an idea, but let me tell you about the characters, okay? There's only 1 female character, but there's 4 men. Let's just talk about them really quickly. Number 1, we have Asher. Asher is the fiance, and I hate him so much. He is a horrible person, and he deserves nothing. He deserves nothing good. At least nothing good. He deserves a lot of bad stuff, but nothing good. I do not like Asher at all. Next, Skyla, who is the main protagonist, the female protagonist in this book, she is 19 and she's going to an academy, or a university I should say, and going to obviously learn there. That's kind of what it's for. Well, sometimes. Some of these books you don't even know what they're for, other than the men, but you know, whatever. Next we have Liam, who is the playboy, the blonde-haired playboy, and he's, I don't know, I don't hate him, but he's also kind of just like, I hate like the playboy characters because it's just not really appealing to me. I wouldn't be interested in that, but you know what? I find him to be sometimes charming. Not very often, but sometimes. There's a chance. We have the unknown character. His name is unknown to me right now. He is a swimmer, and he has tattoos and gray eyes. And in the first introduction, she kind of butt heads with him, Skyla and him, and it was kind of cute though. Like, he kind of tried saving her life even though she didn't need it. So at least he's caring to some extent, but I need to know more about him. He's the most interesting to me because I like the mysterious type. So I like him the most. I like him the second most, even though I don't even know his name. Okay, and then we have Andrew, which would be my favorite character of the men, but he has the same name as my brother, so that's unfortunate. I have 2 younger brothers, and one of them is named Andrew, and it's just weird to read this. Although I don't really talk to him, and I don't really have a relationship with my brother, so it's easy to kind of like distinguish between, you know, characters and him, but it's still a bit strange. Regardless, Andrew is the shy character. It's so cute. She was in class, and he was in front of her, and he looked back at her and noticed her, and he blushed and like looked away, and it was so cute. Like, I kind of like the idea of like a shy guy, because I don't really see a guy who like blushes for the female character and stuff. It's kind of cute, so I kind of love that, honestly. He's my favorite so far. I'll call him by his last name, Hutchinson, so it's less weird. So Hutchinson, he's on my top favorites. And then the last one is Ronan. Ronan is the coach from the swimming team. He is probably, I think it said late 20s, early 30s, probably like 31 years old or something like that. And of course he is interested in Skyla, of course. We have another uncle. It's not her uncle, thankfully, but it's Asher's uncle, her fiance's uncle. To be honest, he's nicer than Asher. He actually gets mad at Asher when he does things against Skyla that are not very nice, because there's kind of like a bully aspect to Asher. I don't know if they're gonna get together. I really hope they don't, but I think they will, and it's unfortunate. But Ronan, the coach slash uncle of her fiance, is like 31, and again, what's up with these age gaps? I don't mind age gap when the female protagonist isn't under the age of like 22, okay? So unfortunate, but whatever. I'm gonna keep reading it. He's kind of the one that's most interested in her right now. They're the closest, which is so weird to me. Like, why? And he's aware that it's a bit strange, obviously, because she's 19, but he still is interested in her, so whatever. But I'm still kind of curious to the dynamic of these characters. There are 4 guys right now. I think Asher will be one of them, which is really annoying, but it's okay. Well, hopefully he gets better. I don't know. Like, I really don't like Asher at all. I've only read 50 pages, not a whole lot to talk about. I do have quotes I want to read to you though, and I'll show you up here because some of them are very interesting. The first highlight I made was the dedication. This is the dedication. That's the introduction to this book, which was a great and wild time for me. The next thing was Skyla meeting Asher, her fiance, and he calls her princess because of course he does. She's also like the headmaster's daughter, so I guess that's another reason why, but still he calls her princess. And then she says, I'm not a princess, and he says, you were on this campus, I'm the king. And then she tilts her head to the side and says, so on this campus, I'm your daughter? And then he gets mad at her for it, and I'm like, I mean, she made a point. Like, she made a good point. Don't get mad at her for it. So, win for Skyla. I do like Skyla's personality. She's a little bit reserved, but she does have a backbone, and I kind of appreciate that. Another quote mentioning that the university makes it so that the women have to take birth control, like they're forced to take birth control or else they can't attend the university, which is disgusting and wild. Like, only the women, of course, but it's just that grinds my gears. I hate that. Also, should not be allowed to be forcing people to do that, but it's fine, but it does bother me. It does bother me. We have some self-reflection on Ronan's part, realizing that this is probably not a good thing to do. It means if a teacher looks at you the way I am, you should definitely report them. And then she asks him, doesn't that mean I should report you? And then he shrugs and says, you could, but I'm a coach, not a teacher. As if that's any different, buddy. That's not different. It's not that bad. And that is all for my annotations. But I will come back to you eventually with more updates. I won't talk too much about the book itself because I have no spoilers. So I'm probably just gonna give you the general idea. Read like 100 or maybe 200 pages more. Unless something really insane happens, I will come back to you. But before that, I'm going to roll. No, actually not roll. I'm going to spin for a hobby because I want to do a hobby today that is not reading or like the usual stuff. So on my iPad, I have my hobby wheel and I want to do a hobby today. I have 20 on this list. So I have a lot to choose from because I have way too many hobbies. So let's just like do one randomly and determine what I'm going to do today. So I have some on here I haven't done in years, like literally years. Video games? I mean, of course I'll play some video games. That sounds like a great time. I'm playing Fire Emblem Path of Radiance with my boyfriend right now because he used to grow up on that game, so I'm playing it right now for him. Also, I'm having a good time with it, so it's not just for him, it's also for me. And I'm also playing Claire Obscura Expedition 33, and I'm having a great time with that game. So I have some options to play around with. I'm gonna read some books first, and then I'm gonna play video games. So I'll show you some of my video game footage, and then I'll come back to you when I have updates. So let me go and do that. There's a map. Oh my god. Well, hello friends. All right, I have a little bit of an update, and this is not really a good update, so if you, okay, content warning for like mental health. So yesterday, I was supposed to read Deceit. So I finished 2 books yesterday, which is great. I wanted to read a little bit of Deceit, but what ended up happening was I read a little bit in the morning, I played a little bit of video games, as you saw in the video footage, and then I had a depressive episode. And I only get them like once every few months, so they're very rare, and so it was a very rough day. It was mostly the afternoon into the night. I deal with depression, I have it. Obviously, I've had it since I was 13 years old, so it's not a fun experience, and it was a very rough one, but I'm okay now. I just wanted to let you know I didn't really get to read Deceit. So it is a different day, so I will be doing my hobby wheel, as you can see right now, and I am doing a lot better. I'm going to be playing D&D today, probably with my boyfriend, most likely, but before then I want to get some reading done, and then obviously get some of my hobbies done. I only have, I think, 2 hours left until he wakes up, so I only have 2 hours to do everything I want to do, which isn't a lot, but we're going to try to do something. But yeah, if you have depression or anything like that, I am so sorry. It is a very debilitating thing. I deal with it almost every day, but it's a very like mild case where I just kind of like just live with it. I have not really much motivation in my life and stuff. I have a lot of things that just make it hard for me to just do simple things, but for the most part I could just live and, you know, be a normal person. But then there's situations like last night that was just like I couldn't even do anything. I was literally on the couch all day. Don't worry, I'm a lot better now. I didn't read anything though, so I do apologize. But I mean, why am I saying sorry? I should be saying sorry. Never mind. No, I'm not sorry. I'm just going to read today, and then I'll do my new hobby. So I don't think there's any hobbies I don't want to do. I feel like it'd be cool to do all of these almost. We'll see. I kind of want to crochet. I like to just spin it myself. It's fun. Watch D&D. I mean, I can do that. I do have D&D today. So I watched a few different things. I watched D20, I watched Critical Role. I'm on campaign 1 of Critical Role, although I'm going to watch the new season in October because Brennan Lee Mulligan is DMing, and he's my favorite DM. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I started watching Critical Role first, but Brennan is my favorite DM. So I might watch some Critical Role while crocheting. I think I might do that. Maybe. But yeah, so I'm going to read and then watch a little bit of D&D, and I think that'll be a fun time. I don't really know what I'm going to be watching. I'm kind of watching like a few campaigns, but I think Critical Role is the one I'm kind of trying to like prioritize because it's so long. I think I'm on episode like 68 or something like that. I'm only like halfway through campaign 1, which is wild because there's like 100 something episodes. It's crazy. So I'm gonna go and do that. I'm also trying an energy drink. I don't really drink them very often because I don't really drink caffeine, so I don't drink much of it. That's probably why I'm a little bit hyper. Whenever you see me hyper, it's because of caffeine or I'm in a good mood, and usually the latter isn't very often. So I'm trying Celsius. My D&D friend said that this is really good because of like supplements inside of it. I don't really consume as much as I should in regards to vitamins, so I'm going to try it. I already did actually. I don't mind it. I think I don't love the taste of energy drinks. It's also 0 sugar, and I don't love aspartame, like the taste of aspartame and stuff. I just hate it. But if it helps me feel a bit better and have energy, I'm gonna have it. So I had a little bit of it. Not bad. It's the peach flavor. It's not bad. I don't hate it, I don't love it, but hey, if it helps me feel a little bit better and gives you a little bit of energy, I'll drink it. Hopefully today's a better day, and I'll come back to you with updates while I have updates to give. So let's go and do that.
See you in a half hour. We'll send them out.
Alrighty. So,
how long we got? How many more attackers don't we see?
I know,
There
right?
are the Hong Kong Cavaliers still ready.
It's like the crazy 88s. Just
Yeah,
like,
just
keep coming.
1, 2, 3, 4. Uses a bonus action. It's Misty Step.
Listen, I hate Asher. Asher is disgusting and horrible. I'm like 20% in, and I hate Asher. I want him to do what he did to Skyla, and him have that happen to him, but make it all the way. I can't really say anything, I don't want to spoil anything, but he just did something that was horrible. Like, this is like a bully romance, but like, I like bully romances, but there's a point when the bullying is just too much. This is kind of like Zodiac Academy book 1. It's similar. The Awakening, I think it was called. This is similar to that, where it's like, it's a little too far, okay? And I don't know how I'm supposed to like him. I really, really, really don't think I'm gonna like Asher. He gives me, Seth vibes from Zodiac Academy, and I don't think I can ever forgive Seth. Same way I don't think I could forgive Asher. We did find out what the other man's name is, the one with the tattoos that was swimming. His name is Vincent. I'm kind of interested in Vincent, okay? He's like kind of nice to her, but also not very nice to her. But like, it's enough that I don't hate him for it. But anyway, I'm gonna just keep reading now. I hate Asher. With a passion, with a burning passion, and I just don't think I can like him ever. But we'll find out, maybe I will. I just don't want to right now because I really despise him. The first thing I need to say is deceit. I DNF Deceit, okay? Are we surprised? No. I feel like I just like to DNF books, although at the same time, I don't like wasting time on books that I don't like. If I don't like a book, I'm not gonna waste time on it because there's so many books I wanna read. So many books in the sea, I guess you can say, and I don't want to read books if I'm not gonna like them and waste my time. So I did end up DNFing it, and I'll tell you why. I DNF Deceit for a few reasons. For one, the romance was really quick and sudden, and it just feels so random. I don't know how I felt about it. I mean, I didn't like it. That's how I felt about it. Her first relationship is Ronan, who is the coach, and I just didn't like that either. I felt like really uncomfortable by it. I mean, there's even a quote I'll put up here of Ronan saying, "I feel disgusting wanting to be with a 19-year-old as a 32-year-old." And it's like even worse almost when they have self-reflection, because if you know it's wrong, then you should know not to do it. But they just don't care. Ronan's the first one to be with her, and I think that if it wasn't him first, it wouldn't be as bad to me. But again, it's always like the guy that's like almost double her age, and I just don't know how I feel about that. Again, I'm not comfortable with age gaps when the character is like under the age of like 21, and so I just can't do it. That would make me really uncomfortable. Again, I hate it. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I don't know. I like age gap when the female character is older. The Brutes of Bristlebrook series has a character who's like 25 and there's like a 42-year-old. That's fine to me because, again, she's in her mid-20s and she's a little bit more mature and she's developed, like her brain has developed. So for me, that's not that bad. But a 19-year-old, I can't do it. Why are there so many uncles that want to be with teenagers? I don't get it. Also, the smut wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't good. It was very like sudden and quick, and it wasn't really detailed well, and I just didn't like it. And so another reason why I didn't want to continue it. And so yeah, there's a few reasons. The writing style also wasn't my favorite, and the bully romance I don't really care about. Like, I don't mind bully romance in my books, I'll be honest with you. Some people hate it. I don't mind it. I've actually had someone get mad at me for it. Like, I made a comment on someone's video saying I like bully romances because it helps me because I was bullied, and it helps me kind of like cope with the idea of it ending well instead of badly like I did, and someone got mad at me for that. So that's kind of funny. Like, they said that they got bullied and that is horrible, that I shouldn't be reading that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, people cope differently, you know, coping with different ways of trauma, because I was bullied for years and years and years, and that's why I have depression. But anyways, it's okay. People are entitled to their own opinion. They just shouldn't be telling me how I should feel. That's all. I like bully romances, but even there were some parts in this that was a bit too much for me. I think there is a point where I'm like, hey, this is a little bit too much of a bully thing, and I just didn't like Asher, and I didn't want him to be with her. He didn't deserve her. And so there's a few reasons, okay? Mostly Ronan, I feel like that was like the main issue, alongside the fact that I didn't like the spice, and I think that's a big deal for a romance book. So Deceit is going to be DNF'd. I don't know when I stopped reading it. I'll put up on the screen somewhere when I DNF'd it. I gave it a fair shot in my opinion, but again, I just didn't love it. So we're gonna move on to the next book. This is my bingo board. This is what it looks like without anything on it, but I'll show you what I actually got for Deceit. So, okay, that was a horrible snap. Okay, whatever. This is what it looks like now. The trope that it called off, I mean, I didn't finish the book, so maybe I could have had more, but I DNF'd it, so we're not gonna count anything else. This was a dark romance, so obviously the dark romance category got checked off for this one. We have nicknames. I feel like this happens in every single romance books, but there are nicknames, so the guys call her different names, like Asher called her Princess, and I forgot what the other ones called her because I didn't care enough, but yeah, they all call her different names, I think. We have one of the characters have scars or tattoos. Yes, I think what's his name? Vincent, the swimmer, has tattoos everywhere. So we got another tattooed character. Not complaining about this one because I do like tattoos. We have Romance of Convenience. I just call it this because sometimes they're different, you know, for depending on the books. And this one is like arranged marriage. They have to get married to each other. Asher and Skyla. This is a romance of convenience for me, so they're kind of like forced to be together at some point. And then the last one is antagonized to lovers, because there are so many of these characters that don't like her that end up being with her. Again, I didn't get to that point really, but I know that they will end up with her because it's a romance book. So antagonized to lovers, it's pretty much like enemies to lovers, rivals to lovers, anything where they're obviously not starting good, but then they end up being together. So definitely this happens in this book. As you can see, there's obviously no bingos. I mean, we just started this. There shouldn't be one anyway. If I actually got one from one book, that would be wild. And honestly, maybe one day it'll happen. But right now, no bingo. But we'll see what happens if I actually get one in this video. I've yet to do it. This is my third video for Romance Raffle, and I have yet to actually get a bingo. So maybe this will be the one. I don't know. I'm hoping, honestly. So with those aside, I'm actually going to go and pick out a new book. I already kind of filmed that part because I wanted to like get that one started after I finished DNFing that book, because it's been a few days since I actually recorded my last update. Before then though, if you don't care about crocheting, I'm going to be doing crochet right now. So again, if you don't care about crochet, you can probably skip this part of the video. But I did end up actually finishing the placemat I did. I'll put it down in the description below, because if you're better at YouTube videos or like watching someone crochet and learning from that, that'll be a really good way to do it. I can't go off of patterns. That's why this looks like this. It looks like a freaking hourglass. So I actually did a lot better following a video. And so if you want to get this pattern, it's down below. Jess actually showed this to me from the channel My Cats Can't Read. And so if you want to try this, I'll put it down below in the description. But I finished my placemat. I hyperfixated, and I did this in 2 days because I was so into doing this. I wanted to get it done that I finished it very fast. Though I did use the same like gradient kind of thing as I did for my sleeve. But the problem is it didn't really work out perfectly because obviously the colors changed randomly and it kind of just looks kind of chaotic. But it's okay. I don't mind too much. It taught me how to do the pattern, so I don't mind too much. It doesn't look great, but hey, it's okay. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Look at this. Like, it's still really, really cute. And I use this in my office or like my extra room for my computer desk. So I can put my drinks on it because I usually have like 3 drinks at a time and it fits all of them. I'll show you like a little video of my little area with my little placemat and it's perfect for that. I want to redo these again with different colors because obviously this isn't perfect for my kitchen. So I want to make one a little bit nicer for my kitchen. And again, I still like it a lot. I'm just going to redo it into one that I actually think is going to look better. I also did the little coaster and again, it changed randomly. It almost got there. It almost did it. It almost did the petals only. But alas, we got a little bit of a change randomly. And this will also be my extra room because I don't want to have this in my kitchen on my island because I don't want people to see like slightly okay coasters. I want my coaster to be cute. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm redoing this, and my boyfriend actually chose the colors for the next placemats, which is a little bit dangerous. He's not always great at choosing colors that kind of go well together, but I think this one will work. They're not technically like the perfect colors that can combine together, but he did a good job to an extent. He actually chose colors depending on our D&D characters because our D&D characters are in a romance together, and so he wanted to have placemats that would like remind us of them, and so that's what he did. So the first one he actually chose was one that's my favorite. It's based off of my character, and that is the red one. It's so pretty. Look at the skein. It's so pretty. I've already started the project, so I already used a little bit of it, but it's so pretty. I love this color. Red is one of my favorite colors, and so I adore this one so much. I like the little speckle look on it. Pretty. Hoping it turns out good. I don't know. And then the second color, I'm actually going to color switch. I've never actually color changed on a crochet project, so I'm hoping I'll know how to do it properly. But the next one is green. Again, not sure how I feel about them together. You know what? It might work. It looks like a watermelon, so I'm not mad about it. But this is white and green. This is based off of his character, who's a witch, and so I think this will be really cute. I mean, it's really cool. I like the color scheme as well. So hoping that this one will turn out well as well. So many wells. And then the last one is a coaster. He chose this one for the coasters, which is also his character, who's also a witch. Her favorite color is purple. Although the only problem is this is like a lot thicker, so this is going to be a lot bigger of a coaster, which is probably fine because we have really big Yetis, and some like Yetis and the cups, not like actual Yetis. But you know what? I'm willing to give it a shot. And also, again, these are gonna be really big coasters, but it's okay. I've never actually had thread like this before, so I'm looking forward to trying it out and giving it a shot. But yeah, these are the 3 colors I'm going to be using. This is for the placemat and this is for the coaster, and I'm going to see if it looks okay. I mean, again, color changing is a different thing for me, and also I don't really know how it's going to look. It might look strange or pretty, I don't know. You know what? It's fine. Whatever it's going to look like, it's going to make me want to keep going because I love crocheting now. I used to not know how I felt about it because I was bad at it. Now I'm kind of enjoying it. So yeah, I'll put the pattern down below, and I'm going to get my next book for this video. That's why we're here. So I do apologize for talking so much. Let's get into my next part of the video where I pick the next book and see if I enjoy that one. At this point, it feels like I'm just DNFing everything I read. And I'm hoping that's not like a bummer for you because I want to like these books too, okay? I'm sorry. I feel bad. But I'm going to try to finish the books unless I just can't get through them. So let's go and choose that one. I just filmed myself picking another book out and I accidentally recorded the wrong direction, which, you know what, in a way is kind of a blessing because the book I picked out was diabolical. So you know what? It's for the best I didn't get it. There is a chance I'll get it in the future. And if you wonder what the book is, I'm not going to tell you. Because some of the books I put on this list, I thought that'd be funny. And then I realized it's not really funny when it kind of like puts me on blast, you know, like I'm on the internet for thousands of people to potentially see. I mean, millions technically, but you know, I don't even expect more than like a few dozen people to watch this, let alone like 100 plus. So I still don't want to have the risk of people finding out about things I like to read. So I put that one back because I was filming literally the wall. So let me just pick out another book. Let me put my glasses on so I can read. Let me pick out another book. I want to pick out another one to see if I can download it and enjoy it and see if I like it. I kind of want just 2 characters because I don't like reading Why Choose back to back. I also don't want to read more Why Choose books. Okay, like I just kind of need a break. So we're hopefully gonna get either purple or pink, but I'll take anything. All right, I'll take what I can get. So let me just pick another book out and see what this one is this time. Okay, well, 2 fell. Ooh, okay, I'm not gonna look at them. I'm gonna pick one at random. Oh Lord, this was a bad idea. I can't see. I chose 2 books. I don't know what the colors are or anything because I didn't look. So I'm gonna choose at random which one I'm picking, and I'm hoping I don't regret it. So either left or right. I think I'm gonna go with right because I'm right-handed. Oh, actually, no, you know what? Usually left is the first place you go and then you go right. So I might just go left. You know, I'm gonna go left. I might regret this. The right one was a monogamous romance. Okay, 450. I'm almost disappointed. Okay, well, we didn't get this one. So what did we get instead? We got another Why Choose. I kind of should have went with my gut feeling. I should have went right first. I also got another Why Choose, so I'm a little bit nervous, but this is 615. Nice number, I think, but hopefully it's kind to me. So let me see what the book is, and then we'll talk about what the book is about. So this is the book, obviously. Here it is. This is by Sage Rowland, and this is Cut Her Strings. Oh my god, this looks like a dark romance. What is happening? We're just like accidentally getting dark romance vibes in this video. We love that. Okay. Cut Her Strings, a dark Why Choose dystopian romance. Fractured Puppets, book 1. Another dystopian Why Choose. I already had one this year. I did like it though. It was Ensnared by Rebecca Quinn. I think that was the author's name. I liked that book. So you know what? Maybe it's a good sign. I don't know. This came out June 2024. So this came out last June, which isn't too old. You know, it's kind of a newer book, in my opinion, at least. Usually within the last like year and a half, it's not that bad. This is 277 pages, which is pretty reasonable. And this is a trilogy out of 3 books. Obviously, that's a trilogy. Let me see what this book is about. Raven was dead. At least that's what the world thought. Now she's not only been found alive, but thrown into what is referred to as the world's most sadistic... Oh my god, my neighbor. I hate his car. I hate his car. I had to wait for him to leave. Yeah, I have an adult neighbor who has a car that just like is very loud and it's very annoying and it always happens when I'm filming. Bye. Okay, let me try that again. Raven was dead. At least that's what the world thought. Now she's not only been found alive, but thrown into what is referred to as the world's most sadistic reality game show, The Masquerade. Reality TV show? Excuse me? This is like Squid Game's... Okay, 250 contestants, 5 winners. The prize, their lives. For Raven, losing isn't an option. She will win this game, even if it requires the help of several suspicious strangers and a man she shouldn't forgive. But sometimes help comes with strings attached. Okay, Hunger Games meets Squid Games in this dystopian romance. Please note Raven will end up with multiple love interests. Please check the first page for trigger warnings. These are morally gray men. Do not expect any heroes in the series. Okay. Why am I kind of into this? Like, why do I kind of like this? Squid Games, Hunger Games, romance with dark elements, and Why Choose? You know what, guys? I'm kind of excited about this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm excited about this one. Okay, but like another dark romance is wild. The 3rd book isn't out yet, so the 3rd book is coming out March of next year. I'm a little bit nervous because like obviously I don't like reading series that are not completed because I'd like to read them close together, but March is reasonable. So it's 6 months away for the 3rd book. Hopefully that's the last book in the series. I don't really want to start a new series, especially one that's not completed yet. But it's also the day after my birthday it comes out. So with not a lot of ratings, there's less than 500 ratings on this book. So I'm going to be the guinea pig and see if I like this one. And I think it sounds really interesting to me. I love the Squid Games. Like the TV show is one of my favorite shows. The first season, to be honest, not really the other seasons. But I really like that show. And I'm hoping it won't be too weird though. But I'm loving the ideas and concepts of this book. So this one I'm actually really excited about. I was really feeling a Why Choose. And I don't know how many people are going to be with her. I think there might be 4 guys with her because there's 5 winners. But it's not guaranteed. So I don't know. We'll find out. So let me go and start this book now and update you as I read it. So let's go. Well, hello everyone. Welcome. Good morning for me at least. Whatever time it is for you. Good day, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is. Hi. It is September 28th, so we are getting close to October, which is exciting and fun. But I wanted to update you on Cut Her Strings. I actually completed this book. It was only 270 pages, and so I thought, why not just finish the book? And so I did. And not great news. I did finish it. That's good news. Bad news, I didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars. I mean, I finished it, so that's like a plus, a positive, right? I think so. Let me talk about why I didn't love the book first, and then we'll get more into other things, but let's just talk about why I didn't love this book, okay? The game starts off with Raven. She's our main female protagonist. She gets put into the games. She knows what the games are. She wants to stop them, but instead she gets put into them, and she's all, of course, very upset about this, and so she has to survive, obviously, to get to the end of the games, to live and kind of like destroy these games from the inside out kind of thing. It is very Squid Games-esque. It is very similar, I suppose, sometimes to Hunger Games, but it's more Squid Game than Hunger Games. And it also kind of gives me like the Saw aspect. It reminds me of Jigsaw because the host kind of like talks on a screen and is like, welcome to the game. You have 20 minutes to complete this task. So it kind of gives me the vibe of the Saw movies without as much gore. I like the concepts. I like the beginning. Didn't really like anything else because the beginning was really interesting. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I was kind of intrigued by characters and stuff. But it just kind of went downhill. Some of the games I just didn't understand. Like, I was reading what was on the paper and it told me how the games worked. It described everything, but somehow I just had no clue what was going on still. I didn't know what the games were. I was not familiar with them. The ones I was familiar with, other than the very last chapter, all the other ones were just anticlimactic for me. And I don't mean that to be mean. It's just like I wasn't really that interested. They weren't that great. And it just wasn't really that well done in my opinion. This had a really high rating on Goodreads. So it's probably just a me problem, honestly. The romance was also not good. And that's, I mean, it's why choose. So she gets multiple love interests. She technically has 4, but there is hinting that there might be more in the future. And I'm not going to continue the series. I'm DNFing the series as well. But it looks like she might have more than 4 love interests. And it doesn't make sense because like every single man just falls in love with her or is like mine, she's mine, and they get possessive, and it makes no sense because there's no build up to that really. Like there's nothing. They're forced to be in the same room together or like the same kind of housing environment together between the games, and so maybe there's like that forced proximity makes them closer, but it doesn't make any sense. Like it just seems like they're desperate for a woman because she's like the only one in that room, and it just feels like desperation more than anything else, which is not very attractive to me. And then there's like a bunch of other people that want to be with her, literally like 2+ other people that want to be with her that are not in her love interest group. So there's like 6-7 guys that want to be with her, and it makes no sense to me. Like I mean, maybe she's pretty, that's fine, but it just seems a little bit like, it seemed a bit much to me. It just wasn't, it wasn't great, okay? The smut was fine. I didn't like absolutely love it. I didn't absolutely hate it. It was just okay. And I didn't like any of the guys. Usually in Why Choose I like the guys, or at least one of them. I like none of them. I guess maybe I liked Jace because Jace was like her childhood friend. But he was mad at first that other guys wanted to be with her. But within like a few minutes, he was like, okay, I guess it's okay. I understand. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want, but I'm not sure if I like it, but you know what? You can do whatever you want. And I'm like, what? Huh? It just seemed a little bit random and left field. And he seemed so mad at the beginning and then he was like, okay with it later. It just seemed, the pacing wasn't perfect for me. It was a very short book. It's very hard to pace romance in this. And I don't think it was, in my opinion, again, well done. So unfortunately, I gave it a 2 stars. I just felt like it was just not really that great. The ending was interesting though. I really was like on the edge of my seat at the very last chapter, but I'm not going to read the next book just because of the last chapter, okay? That was the only part I actually was really into. Everything else, hard time to get into, personally. There's only 4 chapters in this book that has spice, which, I mean, there's a decent amount of chapters in this, so I guess not too bad. I didn't love the spice in it, though. It was okay, and it was mostly with one guy, and I don't even know why. I mean, very subtle spoilers. If you don't want to know anything, don't listen to the next 20 seconds. There's like one game challenge that the host gave her to punish her, and that was to bang bang with one of the guys. And I'm like, this is a punishment? This doesn't seem like a punishment. But okay. It was very strange. It was a very strange way of getting these characters together. And once that happened, they started doing it all the time. Well, at least like for the next 2 chapters, and I was just kind of bored, okay? I was like, why is this happening? I don't know. Anyway, let's now see the bingo board and see what this marked off on the bingo board, because it did do something at least, and that's good. So for the bingo board tropes, we have the touch them and die. I think this did happen. I mean, it was kind of like convoluted in the way it was done, but it did technically happen, so I will count it. It was kind of like the enemy though that did it, but Yeah, and not a good enemy, by the way. We don't like that guy. He sucks. Sharing a bed, yes. 2 of the characters share a bed. I think at least 3 of them actually do share a bed. I mean, it's Why Choose, so we're not really that surprised. Dark romance, of course. We have nicknames. I feel like this is going to be a constant within books. I don't mind them, but I kind of am starting to get a little bit annoyed by it if it's used too often. I like them when they're used sparingly. That's the main term. Human growls. Yeah, I think like every single guy growls in this book. Female character or male character has scars or tattoos. I believe one of the men had tattoos. Again, I don't remember because I didn't care enough, but I think one of the guys had tattoos, I think. And then fighting and training. Technically there was training scenes off of page. So she mentioned that she was being trained by one of the guys. I don't know if this was really cheating or not, but technically speaking, there was training. It was very vaguely hinted at, and she did have like one training scene. It was like 4 paragraphs. I'm gonna count it. Even though it wasn't very much, I'm going to count it. So as you can see, we almost did get a bingo. So we're close. Again, nothing happens if I get one. There's no good things that happen, but still we're close to it, which is exciting, I guess you can say. I mean, I just like getting bingos and doing things and succeeding at things in my life because I don't do that very often. But I think that if I get this, that'll be nice. It'll just be a nice little thing to have because this is my 3rd video, like I mentioned, and I haven't gotten one yet. So hey, one day it'll happen. With that in mind, I'm going to get to my next book. Before then, crochet update, because I have a crochet update. So my boyfriend, remember I told you about the skeins that we got? Well, I already almost finished my 2nd one, but I finished his placemat and it looks like a watermelon. And honestly, it's kind of cute. So this one is his. He's been using it and I'm almost done mine. I've been very excited to finish mine so that our characters can be together in a placemat style, but you know what? It's still the same thing. It's cute, okay? This is his. This is like my little watermelon one. Look how cute it is, by the way. Like, look at that. I feel like this is so cute. This is like Christmas or summery, in my opinion. And then I'm doing the alternate color. So I'm going to be doing green and then red on the outside. I'm already almost done it. So as you can see here it is. As you can tell, I'm on the red. So I'm on the last 3 rows and I'm very happy about it. I'm going to be working on this probably now. Jess is sprinting. So I think I'm going to work on this and then read a little bit more later on my next book. So yes, I'm hoping I can finish this soon. I really want to finish it so I can use my placemat and, you know, get some use out of it. But yes, I will show you the next book in the next clip and then we will start that one. So yeah, I'll let you know what this looks like when it's done. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's like kind of it's not that interesting, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway, all right? And we're also going to spin for a hobby when I get my next book. So let's get my next book, my next hobby, and see what that is. So let's go. My small tripod is on my toaster. I could have just grabbed my actual tripod. It's fine. I'm currently live streaming and I wanted to pick out a 3rd book since I DNF'd a book, I'm going to pick out a 3rd book for this video, but I want my live stream to decide what one I get. I'm gonna do it based off the number, so it's completely unbiased and there's no decisions as to what it is. No one knows. It's gonna be based off of the number. So hopefully I get a pink or at least a purple. I don't want a blue. I have so many Why Chooses in this video. Anyway, let's go and randomly choose one. So the first one is, we got a pink one. So this is good. This is number 598. So that's a pink one. So far so good. And let's see what the next one is going to be. Another pink one. Oh my God, thank goodness. So we got a monogamous romance. This is what I needed, honestly. This is number 571 and 598. So I'm going to put a poll on my live stream to determine which one of these will win. They have no idea what these are other than the numbers. And I'm not going to look either until the number is chosen and then we'll come back. Let me go and see what they choose and then we'll find out what book it is. Here's the winner. And there's my friends. Well, look what we got here. It's me again. Are you tired of me? Hope not, because you're watching my videos, so I really hope not. We are back. I did have a decision on my poll for my live stream, and number 571 is the winner. It is a monogamous relationship, so at least that's a good thing. If you hear noises, it's my dryer, so just please ignore it. Anyways, let me show you what the book is, and then we'll see what it is, and we'll talk about it. Here it is. And this is... What did I write? Did I even write? Is that an H? Anyway, this is Condemned to Love. Okay. Siobhan Davis. Cool. Did I write that? Siobhan Davis? Yeah, I wrote a random capital H in the middle of the letter. I don't get it. Oh boy, this is another dark romance. Condemned to Love, a standalone dark mafia romance. This is the 3rd dark romance in a row. And there's not that many in this list. I swear there isn't. But here we are with the 3rd one. This is book 1 out of 3, so this is a trilogy of the Mazzone Mafia. I'm not a mafia girly. I'm not a mafia romance girly. I think there's like some problematic elements with mafia romances, and I don't mean that in regards to the content matter, more like the romanticization of mafias and gangs, but I still want to try and see if I can enjoy one. I don't think I've actually enjoyed them. I feel like there is potential for it to be good or enjoyable, but I have yet to actually find one that I enjoy. This came out in January of 2021, so it is a little bit of an older book. It's over 4 years old, almost 5 years old now, which is crazy. And this is 490 pages, which is a solid number. So a little hesitant because that's a lot of pages for me. Anything around 500 is a lot. I know that's not that much for some people. For me, 500 is starting to get to the higher end. A new standalone dark mafia romance. So this is a standalone, but there are 3 books, I'm assuming, in the world, or like different characters in the world. So at least this is like a standalone in regards to the romance characters themselves. Let's see what this is about. Her teen crush is now a ruthless killer and a powerful mafia heir. With one life-altering night, unite them or destroy them. Her teen crush? Okay, maybe they were like the same age. I really hope they're almost the same age. This is a full-length standalone with no cliffhangers and an HEA for romance readers who enjoy age gap. No! Okay, for romance readers who enjoy age gap, Sisters X, that's a thing people like, second chance, and dark mafia romance. Okay, let's just see. Ben can't believe his ex's little sister has grown up. Oh no, it's giving me the ick already. Although it comes to a high price, saving Sierra is his only choice. The memory of Ben's hands on her body is seared into her flesh for eternity. How old was she? She doesn't regret that night, not even when she discovers that the guy she was crushing on as a teenager is a cold, calculating killer with dark impulses and lethal enemies. She was crushing on him while he was an adult? No. You know what? I'm DNFing the book. I feel so bad. You guys chose this on my poll. I feel so guilty now. I feel like I didn't really choose the one that you chose, technically speaking. I feel guilty, but I'm DNFing this. I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I cannot have her wanting the guy that she had a crush on when she was a teenager and he was an adult. If it's an age gap, he must have been older. No. We're doing a new book. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but we're moving on to the next book, okay? We're gonna just choose another one. That was a fast DNF. I put it on the list for a reason. I don't know why I did that. I should have known myself better. Anyway, let's just pick another one. Okay. Purple. This is the first time I ever got a purple. Purple is LGBTQIA+. So let's see what this book is, all right? This isn't as nice as the other ones, but it's okay. All right. This is Lord of the Eternal Light by Ben Alderson. Is this a vampire romance? Okay, it has a very low rating on Goodreads. I'm still giving it a shot. I love this cover. Lord of the Eternal Light, an enemies to lovers, Beauty and the Beast retelling. Okay. This is book 1 out of 4 for the Darkmourn universe. This is 270 pages, and it came out in September of 2021. So again, 4 years ago. This is also a male author, which is also fun. I think I've seen him on Reels before. I think that's how I found them, in Reels on Instagram. I'm gonna try it. Perfect for fans of Blood and Ash and A Shade of Vampire, but with added spice. Jack's life has the only meaning: break the curse or die trying. Marius's life has no meaning, not since he was cursed into the twisted, bloodthirsty creature of the night. For years, the witches have waited for their salvation, a way to return to the magic that was sacrificed when the curse was first cast. Jack, a boy born with the power that the witches have not seen in a century, is their prophesied savior, the one who will kill the creature and break the curse, restore the magic to the coven. So Jack is essentially a witch, and he has to kill the vampire, and obviously there's going to be some romance. Lord of Eternal Night is a complete standalone novel inspired by Beauty and the Beast with added bite. Honestly, it has a 3.5 rating on Goodreads, which isn't great, but I'm going to give it a shot. If I DNF it, at least I give it a shot, because this one actually sounds interesting to me. I love vampires so much, and so you know what, I'm gonna try it. Again, if I don't love it, it's fine, but I'm going to give it a try. So I do apologize for DNFing the book before I even started. I just cannot do more age gaps or things with like underage characters. I know she's not anymore, but I just can't do that. Personally, it just really creeps me out. So I'm gonna stick with Lord of the Eternal Night instead and see if I enjoy this one. And if I don't enjoy it, that's okay, okay? At least I tried. So let's narrow my list down. I have, I think, like 300 now because I've been putting it down bit by bit, and so we're finally kind of like removing books from my list, and I'm very happy about it. So anyway, let me start this book and come back to you in the next clip. I also want to see what my hobby is going to be. Let's see what the hobby is going to be for today. Diamond painting. I haven't diamond painted in years, and I really need to get my Safi Diva done, which is like the Monster Hunter one behind me. I need to get that done so badly. I want to frame it. So this is perfect. Okay, diamond painting. I will diamond paint and start this book. So let's go and do that. Hi, we're here for the second last update. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I have it right next to me. I am a little over halfway through. I think I'm like 60% through, and I wanted to give my first update and probably my second last update. I'm gonna have one more update up for this, but I did a bit of diamond painting, which has been a long time since I've done that, and it's kind of nice. I like it. I'm using my square drills on a Safi Jiva diamond painting, which is one I've been wanting to get done for years. Like literally, I haven't touched it in years. It's one of my favorite monsters from Monster Hunter World or Iceborne, so it's so good. Anyway, it's from a video game. Regardless, I really need to get it done. The drills, or like, they're called drills, but you could also call them diamonds. They are square instead of circle. I actually prefer the square ones because they just fit so perfectly. And so yeah, I am making progress on that, which is fun. It's been a long time since I've done it. And now I'm going to be talking about Lord of the Eternal Flame because that is why we are here. Like I said, I made it around 60%. And my first original thoughts were that when it first started, I actually kind of liked it. I was really into it. I mean, I'm currently playing Curse of Strahd, which is a D&D campaign, and it gave me the vibe, except instead of being evil, the vampire is actually not that bad of a person. And so we have our character, Jack, and Jack is a witch. He has to go to the castle as a claim. So every year someone is sent to the castle as a claim, and he is the 100th person to go. He is very powerful, and so he's going in hopes that he will off the vampire within the castle that has been cursed originally by witches in the past. And so it is very much a, I'm going to go there and off him, but instead he ends up falling in love with him, of course. Marius is the vampire. I like him. Although, I don't really know how I feel about him. He's a very interesting character. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. He doesn't act like he's hundreds of years old. That's all I'm gonna say. But at the same time, he's been through a lot. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being mean and petty. But whatever. I just showered and I'm in a robe. I'm sorry. It does make sense, though, wearing this. Talking about vampires. But regardless, so we're following Jack and his side with the witches, who are not very nice. And then we have Marius, who's kind of like on his own in this castle, and kind of discover him and the relationship between him and Jack. And I, like I said, like the beginning, when Jack first arrived, there was kind of like an enemies, but not really. The enemies thing lasts like the first chapter they meet, and then after that, it's kind of fine. So I wouldn't really call this enemies to lovers. I would say this is kind of more of a rivalry to lover. Like, I mean, Marius doesn't even know that he's a witch. Like, it's supposed to be a thing that he doesn't know about because he hates witches. And so I don't really think that the way it was done was well, like, it wasn't perfectly well done. The reason why people don't love this book is because there's a lot of grammatical errors and it wasn't edited very well, supposedly. And I do see a lot of errors. Like, there's a few, like, words are missing a letter, or there's like a question mark in the wrong spot, or there's a random space when there shouldn't be a space. It should have been looked over a few times, had a few more drafts before it went out. But it's not the worst, okay? I can look past it because it's not too abundant. I also just don't really know how I feel about the smut. Like, there's only been one or so scenes so far, and I don't love it, and I just don't really know how I feel about that either. So, I don't know. It's very middle ground right now. I'm not loving it. I'm not hating it. I don't really dislike it, but I'm not, you know, I'm not having, oh my god, I'm forcing myself through this book. But it's almost at that point. It's almost where I feel like I'm just making myself read it at this point. But it's not that long, and so I'm just gonna keep going and reading it because, again, I'm almost done anyway. I have less than an hour left of the book. It's only like 300 pages, so I will be able to get it done and I'll be able to finish it. I really want to finish these novels for this video. I don't want to be DNFing all the books I read. I feel like it's kind of annoying. And I like to give actual criticism on the book and see if it actually ends well, or if there's anything that's a good thing about it. Like, Car Strings, didn't love it. The ending was good though. So maybe this will have a similar kind of concept and feel. I am also glad this is also a standalone. I would have hated to have to start a new series, but this is technically not really a series. So I'm not going to do another hobby because I want to finish this book and then end the video off because it's already been pretty long. So I'm going to end this part now, finish this book, and then get back to you soon and finish the video off and kind of give my ideas and thoughts and opinions, and also the bingo board, and see if I got a bingo, which I think I actually might have. I'm going to see you soon. And yeah, I'll come back to you very shortly when I have the book finished. So I'll come back to you when I get this book finished, and I will see you then. Hello, final update time for Lord of the Eternal Night, and also the other books I read this video. So if you're here to see the kind of recap of all the books, this is the time to do it. I finished, of course, Lord of Eternal Night by Ben Alderson, and overall, it was an okay book. I gave it a 3 stars, which isn't too bad. It was okay. I don't think I loved it. I didn't really think it was amazing. 3 stars for me is kind of, it used to be kind of like a good book. Now it's kind of just in the middle ground, only because on Goodreads you can't give 2.5-star ratings. So this is kind of like a 2.5 rounded to a 3. And that's kind of how I feel about it overall. I thought I liked aspects of it, or sorry, I did like aspects of it, but other parts of it I just didn't really care for. The romance is just a little bit quick, and the way that they start off I really enjoyed, kind of like the enemies kind of feel, but it kind of gets over really quickly. It kind of blows over fast. And I guess it's because the length of the book isn't very long and it's a standalone, so it's a little bit tricky. I just didn't really care that much, unfortunately, but it is what it is, I guess. There were only 2 chapters in this book with smut. There were things that almost happened and like dreams that almost led to things. So there's a few close calls, but not entirely, you know, actual on-page smut. And the scenes themselves were okay. I just didn't really care about them either. I wanted to love them, but I just didn't really like the couple that much, so I didn't really care about the spice. It's like, if I don't like the couple, I'm not gonna really care about the spice. In regards to my bingo board, I only have a few. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marked off from my bingo board. So let's just go over them really quickly. Obviously, this book has vampires in it. I mean, hello, there's a vampire on the cover. There's forced proximity. They are forced to like be in the castle together, so they have to be together at all times. Human growls. Does this really count? He's not a human, he's a vampire, but he does growl and he's humanoid. So I did count it. So Marius the vampire does growl a few times. Obviously, he's a vampire. I feel like this one he has a reason to, okay? Shifters and vampires and stuff kind of have a reason to growl more than the average man, so I guess it's okay. The main character is unique. I would say that Jack is kind of the, you know, the strong witch character. He's like one of the strongest in a long time, so I will add him as being a very unique character. And then the last one is antagonized to lovers. Technically speaking, they are enemies to lovers loosely. So fine, I will say that it is enemies to lovers, which means with the bingo boards all collectively together, with all 3 books, this is what it looks like. And you know what it means? It means I got a bingo. I got a bingo, and I'm very happy about it. What happens when I get a bingo? Absolutely nothing. So I will get nothing for it, no rewards, anything, but I get satisfaction. And you know what? I need that in my life right now because we all need a little bit of happiness, and this gives me just a pure pinch of it. So happy to see that. Let's go over the books really quickly and talk about them before we close off the video. The first one I read was Deceit by Caitlin Taylor. I didn't really read it. I DNF'd it at 31%. This one was just, I feel like this one would have been a little bit more interesting to me, but why did it have to be the adult? Why did it have to be the older adult? He's not that old, okay, but like in comparison to the female character, just couldn't really get into it. I'm not really a fan of age gap. I feel like I've learned this lesson and I'm not going to do it ever again. If there's ever a romance raffle book that is age gap from now on, I'm probably going to just remove it unless the female character, again, is in her mid-20s or so, or a little bit closer to mid-20s, I'll be okay with it. Lesson learned, age gap is not for me. Next was Cut Her Strings by Sage Rolan, and this one was a 2 stars. I mean, it could have been, it had cool concept. I think this one had the coolest concepts and ideas, but didn't really hit the mark for me as much as I was hoping it would, so unfortunate. And then the third book, obviously is the one I just talked about, is Lord of the Eternal Night, which was okay. I liked it, but it wasn't extremely, you know, groundbreaking or anything. It had mistakes in it, but you know what? It was fun. So I'll give it a 3. That's fine with me. And with that, that is all for the books conversation in this video, but I forgot to mention my placemats. I finished them. This is my boyfriend. I already told you this one. This one's like the little watermelon looking one. So this is my boyfriend's placemat. We've been using it for the past like 2 weeks now because I've been filming this for almost a month now exactly. So it's been a little while since I've done this. So this is my boyfriend's placemat. We've been using it every single day. And then this was my placemat, which honestly, I don't know how I feel about this one, but I also like the green. It looks really pretty. They are like complete opposites of each other. And it's so cute. I love it, okay? It's so cute. I mean, I don't know if the colors work together or not, but it's still pretty. So I'll accept it, okay? If you're watching up to this point, put a little yarn emoji down below. Is like a ball of yarn. Just put that down below for my little crocheting, or a diamond for my diamond painting, whatever you want to do. Next time, hopefully I will choose some new favorites because I really want to. My second video was good. It had some really good ones in that one, so I'm hoping the next one will be good as well. Fingers crossed that happens. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Have an amazing reading month for the month of October, and I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone.